packing the bike and what I wish I would have done different a few days into the trip. Your boy, the motorcycle yogi, is in his socks right now because it is so freaking hot here. I forgot how warm it was after I come down out of the mountains. So we're going to just talk real quick out here while I'm baking the sun, getting a tan going on, and then I'm going to give you a tour of the house inside and show you exactly what I packed, how I packed for on-road, off-road, highway, hotel, no camping this trip, and a big video production that we're going to do in the heart of Bangkok. First thing I want to get out of the way, I want to talk about gloves really quick. I want to ask you, what gloves do you normally wear to ride? What is your favorite type of gloves? I will tell you, I have 5, I have Climb, I have Alpine Stars, many different gloves, and I want to have a little gripe here because I normally start the live or any session out with something positive. I thought I'd do this a little bit different because on the way here, what I would do different, I wouldn't bring 5 gloves. This is my 4th pair of 5 gloves, and they're absolutely insanely uncomfortable and poorly built. Now they've got sliders in them. They're mesh. I thought they're going to be absolutely crazy. Good gloves. I don't know why it's my 4th pair. You know, the first pair I got, these right here, these tabs, they were glued on. So they came off. They sent me a second pair. They finally started to sew them. Okay, the second pair I got, inside of here, it kept giving me a blister. I pulled it open and they had sewn wood. They had sewn a piece of wood inside of the seam. The third pair that I got is supposed to be waterproof. 5 minutes in the rain and you can wring them out like a towel, like you got out of the bath. And this is the 4th pair. They are extra large. Yes, we are in Asia, but they are extra large. Every other single glove that fits me perfectly is extra large. These are almost like a medium. I think I need a 2 or a 3X in these. So I understand the sizes are going to be smaller, but consistency with the sizing around. They're definitely not Western size because they are way too small. And I'm a little above average height and I think a normal size hand. So I'm going to go back on this trip to my climbs. These are the Climb Dakars. They have been all over, maybe 40,000 plus kilometers, a lot of off-road, and they started to get a hole in the finger. So my girlfriend, who is the camera woman today, she has sewn them for me. We're going to put those back on. Gripe out of the way. Let me know if there's a better pair of gloves that you suggest for me to get on the next trip. Let's talk about packing. Your boy was quite smart. I put everything inside. We're just going to put the bike inside. I'm going to walk it in my socks. Hopefully we don't drop it here. If we do, that'll be good for the show also. This is the worst thing you can do, is to walk it with a kickstand down, but I'm worried about dropping it and in socks. Somebody told me they broke their toe with the side stand or the kickstand or something. I don't know, but that's out of the sun already. I'll just tell you quick here on the bike itself, because we won't come back out to the bike quickly. I've got the quad lock on there, and I've got the setup for my iPhone Mini 13 for the navigation. Let's go inside, and I'll just give you a quick tour right here. You're inside the carport right there. Have space for many motorcycles, many cars, full gated community here all the way around. In the back, we have Palm Farm over there, Corn Farm. Down just the next one over, we have Rice Farm. We've got a cool little workshop and shed back there. You know what's going to be going on there. And here we got a cool little house in the middle of construction. But we've got aircon in a couple of the rooms. It's not complete yet, but let's just go inside and see what we've got here. Thai style, we always take our shoes off. That's why I don't have any on. All natural wood furniture right here. And just take a look out those windows. I don't know, the bike just looks tough with those Motos Tractionator tires on there. I think it looks so tough with the all black and the Tractionator. Okay, let's come into the next rooms here. We've got another bedroom here. We've got a bathroom back there, cornfield out there, and then we've got the ice cold aircon in a nice big bedroom here. Oh my goodness, this is amazing. So let's go straight into what we're going to pack here right now. We'll start with the essentials, the most important stuff. So this is all Lone Rider gear, right? I forgot to mention it outside. It's Lone Rider gear on the bike, the two-piece panniers. We also have a Lone Rider duffel that will go on the top, a Lone Rider tank bag right there. So inside the duffel, this is waterproof. You can fit a lot of your gear. It will go, there's nothing in there yet. It will go on top of the camera case. We're doing a huge production. So inside this tiny little Pelican camera case, I've managed to fit 2 camera bodies, 3 lenses, 2 tripods, all of the ND filters, 70 to 200, 24 to 70, and an 85 millimeter prime. Got an A1 in there and also an A7R5. We got 2 laptops because we'll be doing a whole lot of editing. This is the Lone Rider tank bag and waterproof. All the stuff that I'm going to use at the gas stations or when I make a stop: alcohol spray, inhaler, toothpaste, toothbrush, some cream in case I get heat rash. That's going to go in the top. My main phone is going to go in this pocket here. And then in here is going to be some snacks, my charger, sunglasses, and the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 gimbal with stabilizer. That's all waterproof, crash proof, everything right there. Of course, I'm traveling with collagen. You want to stay young and keep all of your joints healthy. This is going to be my clothes bag. You can see who packs lighter than who. Look how flat that is. This is somebody else's extended clothes bag right there. When you're traveling with a lady, make sure you keep some extra space so she can keep all of her stuff to be pretty for you. Inside here is just a couple pair of shoes, a couple pair of shorts, some work pants, or some tasking pants, a few of the shirts that I wear with the brand on them, undies, and hair dryer. I've got to keep the hair going good. And then we've got 2 bags for toiletries, normal stuff that you're going to use when you're getting ready after the shower. Next thing I always carry with me is going to be chain lube. I'll lube it right now before we go. We've got about 600 kilometers in. About every 1,000 kilometers you can do it, but usually every time you stop if you want your chains to last longer and you don't want sharp teeth on your sprocket. Next up, I always carry the DB Killer. I haven't tested this one, but it's supposed to be good in just about every region. It's an Austrian company called Remus. They sound so good. It's all black on the bike, and almost nobody is using this in the motorcycle space. I wanted to sound different than everyone else. Everyone else has got Akrapovich or SC Project or Termignoni, something like this. This has the removable baffle, the DB Killer. So if there is any, it's supposed to be under 100 decibels as it is, and it still sounds nice, deep, and throaty. But if there ever is any issue, I can just pop that back in there and problem solved. You don't get a sticker on the bike. Next up, I want to tell you, earplugs, 100% use earplugs. I was in the nightlife business for 20 years. It's amazing. I can still hear anything. But sometimes when my girlfriend is talking and there's a fan and cars, I think anybody my age is going to have this, even if they didn't work 20 years in the nightlife industry. But if she's not looking directly at me, I'll have to ask her to repeat it. And sometimes I get a little bit stressed because I'm learning, like, I'm not that old. Wear earplugs. You're going to save your hearing, especially on long motorcycle rides. And I'm running 50/50 tires, so they're humming. The bike is loud, and I'm using a carbon lightweight helmet so my neck doesn't get worn out in the process. Always have a few of these power banks. And then let's get into the important stuff. Tire weld. Now, it's a tube tire bike, right? But if you're out in the field, this, depending on your puncture, tire welds, tire fix-a-flat, we call it in the United States, this will in fact get you home. It'll get you 5, 10, 20, 50 kilometers, depends on the puncture. It also helps to seal a little bit around the spokes. It depends on your puncture again. But I always carry this because it may be the difference of getting home on your bike or walking home. Next up, I've got Yang Nai, they call it in Thai. It is inner tubes, front and rear for the Africa Twins, CRF 300, CRF 250L, any of those things. This is also cool to have. Glass anti-fogging agent goes on the inside of your helmet. Have a pin lock also, but you know pin locks, they get a little bit sun warped after a few thousand kilometers and they don't stick really well. So I use this rainproof coating for the outside. So that's on my visor. DJI Mic 2 is right here. I've got another Mic 2 on this, and the setup I'm using right now is the DJI Osmo Mobile 7 with the tracking, but I don't want tracking on because it'll be all over the place. Third thing I bring, normally I'm using only the smoked visor on my climb helmet. I swapped last night. I had to ride a little bit at night. I don't care to ride at night, but I'm pretty good at it. I swapped to the clear visor, which I'm actually getting pretty fast at it, but this has the pin lock on it. So I either carry two visors or I carry goggles, but I'm going on a long trip. The air is changing, cool, hot, cool, hot. I don't want all that stuff in my lungs and in my throat because I'm going to an important event. I need to feel my best and have a lot of energy. So I want the visor closed, especially if I'm traveling at night. Her purse, all of this stuff here will fit inside of these two Lone Rider bags and that bag right there. All of that will fit on the bike and the tank bag and will be buttoned up. Let's go lastly to the gears. So for me, I've got Climb Creo's Carbon Pro. It's carbon. It is the lowest weight that I could find. I took the stickers off. I think it's about 1,300, 1,250 grams, something. It's a couple hundred grams lower minimum than most of the other helmets. Like hers is about 1,550, maybe 1,650. This is the Sierra, 1,590 plus or minus 50 grams, so over 1,600. So mine's about 300 grams less. I broke my neck in 7 places in 2017, October of 2017. The doctor said I never had surgery. I healed myself with a special kind of yoga, good diet, good mindset, and had a lot of pain going through rehabilitative therapies. Doctor said I will never ride again. It's no problem with a lightweight helmet. I can do these long trips. Next up, it's black. I wear triple black. On the bike is triple black. You know it's going to be a hot mess, so you got to have something as cool as possible with the sun beating down on the black. This is Komine, a Japanese company, and this is a racing suit, so it's got more protection than your normal suits, but it's all mesh. It's super, super light mesh. It's got the protection for the chest, the elbows and shoulders, of course. It's got a back protector. The coolest thing, it's a racing suit. So the bottoms, they've got the normal hip protector. They've got the normal knee protectors. Two things most of your pants and things don't. They've got a tailbone protector and they've got butt pads. So it makes riding a little bit easier. I've got gel seat in the front and back for her and me both. I had a custom made gel seat by Raceline out of Bangkok. But this just makes it so much more enjoyable. And again, they're made from that mesh, so they're really breathing well. And they're a bit tight, but they look pretty stylish. I know they look stylish because most people ask me, where did you get this suit? Next, let's move on to the boots. I've got the Climb Dakar Adventure boots with 2 clasps. They're Gore-Tex waterproof. These are about 4 years old. They're a bit expensive, but they're 4 years old. They're still working perfect. I did sew this back. This was coming undone. A little bit of the sole right here, but they're sewn. So the sole won't ever come off, but it was coming up just a bit, so I glued it. About 4 years old. So if you do the math, they're going to last at least a couple more years before I get a new pair. Let me tell you, you want to go with adventure boots, not MX boots. I have Gairn SG12s, the original heavy-duty MX boots. They're like an oven for your feet. These things, I'm never sweating. When I take my foot out of the MX boots, they're soaking. They're a solid puddle of water. This, I'm cool. I'm dry. I feel good. They don't stink. So I would say if you're going to do the long trips, even if I do a lot of off-road in these also, and you know, I'm picking up my bike all the time. I'm not the best rider off-road, but I enjoy it. Those are great. Never had a problem. I've fallen. I've twisted my foot all the way around, got stuck under my bags in these. Never an issue with my ankles either. For her, we got the O'Neill Sierra matte black helmet with a smoked screen. We've got another Komine jacket, of course, complete with the motorcycle yogi cladding on both. We've got her the Komine extra padded jeans, hip, butt, and CE2 in the knees. And for her feet, we have got City. These are the new City female adventure boots. Waterproof Gore-Tex right there, but with some kind of a breathable, they claim, breathable liner. How are they? Are they cool? Or are your feet really hot in there? It's cool. And we've got the Alpine Star Reef gloves right there. So there you have it. All of this stuff is going to go into the bag. I'll just show you real quick how we're going to put it in there, how we're going to fit all of this magic stuff in there. Oh, I forgot to tell you, we have DJI gimbal for the cameras because we'll be doing some heavy filming work. So the DJI goes in there first, and we should be able to pack all of this up pretty reasonably quick and easy. As I say, it in the bag doesn't cooperate. Do we have 38? Yes, this is 38 liter. So that one's going to go there. I'll take my laptop and my clothes bag, and that will be it. With these bags, you don't want to pack them too full. You want to put them, let's put face out. There we go. About here. And that's going to be exactly what you need. And I learned from experience, I never close the bag until everything is in, because I'll close it, I'll roll it down, I'll close it, I'll get all the way in. Something else needs to go in there. I'll do this 3 or 4 times and I'll start to lose my mind. So since then, I just leave it open until everything is set and ready. So hers will go in straight, and then her laptop will go in at an angle. And then on top of the laptop will be chain lube. Tire stuff goes in there. Tire stuff goes in there. That goes in there. Purse goes in there. So all those things fit in there. And toiletries go in there. Okay, so the tire lube will go in here. And curling iron in there so she can have some pretty hair. And also DB killer will go in there. I feel like we're missing something. I feel like something is missing here. I'm not sure what. So we'll just keep moving forward. It feels a bit thin at the moment. Something is missing for sure. But that's all right. Toothbrush is not in, is in the dock kit there. This will go on top right there. And what we do with this to keep it from messing up is we're going to take the visor and we're going to just lay it on top of her clothes bag because it kind of fits the same pattern there. So then we're going to go inside of here, and first is going to go the purse right there in the middle. And I'll just put the toothbrush in the purse for now. Remember, your toothbrush is in there. And then my bag here. Then we'll put the inner tubes. Last will go on the ends. On my side will go, that's yours. This feels bigger than last time for some reason. Is that what was missing? Cosmetics? Oh, I knew something was missing down there. You sure? Where did it go? On top? Don't remember. I don't remember that being in there at all. Now it looks a bit too, okay, maybe that'll work, huh? Cool. And this goes here like this. This one will go on my side. These two things go in here. I think actually your cosmetics have to go in there. I think they're gonna have to go in here. Right here on top, I think. Yeah. So we'll take the cosmetics, we'll put on this side. And as long as this thing will roll over and fold, everything will be just fine right there. We're gonna spin my cosmetics around. Cosmetics men don't have cosmetics. We'll put the inner tubes on top. So that's a wrap right there. We'll go ahead and leave all the sprays and stuff in her bag. This goes with me. That goes inside there. All this stuff goes in the bike, in the tank bag. This go in your purse. And just like that. So we got 1, 2, this goes on top. That will go with me. 3 and 4. And so this is left pannier, right pannier, tank bag, that one, and then this on top. That is everything. Leave in the comments down below if you have any questions about packing, about brands, about anything to do with cross-country, cross-continent, overland trip. I'm happy to And so we're gonna get ready, go back to our family store, eat something, say goodbye, and head straight on to Bangkok. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye. And yeah.